Thanks, guys, for joining us and taking the time out of your busy schedules to sit down and chat about your experience with HomebuilderONE. I'll leave it to one of you to talk to us about who HDI is, where you build, and what you build.
Okay. I'm Trey Yant. I'm the CFO for HDI Construction Home Development Inc.
I'm Tracy Daugherty. I'm Director of Construction for HDI. And HDI is a fairly new company. We've been around for about 3 years now. Gentleman, Adam Walls and myself partnered up and kind of created HDI. And along the way, we were able to get a lot of great talent, Trey being one of them. And it's been a unique experience for us.
I was just gonna throw in single family construction, East Tennessee area, is where we're building currently.
Excellent. One of the interesting things about your organization is that many of you came from much larger home builders into startup life. Tracy, I'm going to pick on you. Would you mind kind of telling us what it's like to work for a top 10, top 5 home builder versus, a brand new home builder being able to do things a little bit differently?
Yeah, I mean, when you work with one of the big builders, everything's driven from corporate level. When I say that, like Trey alluded to, we are in East Tennessee. So a lot of the big builders, their corporate offices in Texas or wherever else it may be. So they don't know what the landscape is there. So you seeing it, everything's driven from the corporate level. You don't have a lot of say-so and stuff. So starting a new company, you're able to say, okay, this is where I live. We're going to manage it from this level. How do we want it to look? So you're able to make adjustments on the fly, adjust with the economy around where you live instead of somebody from 4 or 5 states away saying, do X.
Awesome. Sounds fun. Tracy, I'm going to stick with you for a moment. You guys have gone through your implementation. Can you share something that sticks out to you as a process or a part of the business that you feel has been significantly improved since you've implemented HomebuilderONE?
Oh, yeah. Uh, Budgeting is the big thing for us. So prior to getting the system, we was keeping everything with spreadsheets. So it's very easy to do a fat finger here or there and getting accurate data and stuff. It was just impossible. Now with the system, everything flows through. It's a one-stop shop. So anytime I need to check a price on a home, couple clicks, here's what it costs, here's options, easy, especially for finance.
Yeah, I'm coming to him next, and I'm going to tie right into that answer. So Trey, from a financial planning perspective, right? When you're in startup mode, and every penny, every dollar counts, right? How do you feel like HomebuilderONE is helping you position for future scale and making sure we're managing those budgets really well?
Sure. So with HomebuilderONE, it's one source of data. Everything's in one place, which we didn't have before. So if I wanted to see where the cost overruns were, I would identify it in one system, and then I'd have to go to another system to find out get into the details and see what it really looked like. So with HomebuilderONE, we're able to have all of that in one true source of data. We'll be able to run reports. We'll be able to dig into the details, and it'll just make it easier and quicker to do that.
You guys have some really exciting growth plans for building more homes and opening more communities, and building some different product too. How do you see HomebuilderONE helping shape that growth over the next 12 to 18 months, or at least at a minimum having a positive influence on it?
And it's kind of like we've talked about a little bit, it's all one-stop shop. So the scheduling for the operations side of the stuff, the budgeting for purchasing and stuff of that nature, and the vendor portal as well. So everybody's able to see live what the next person's seeing too. Like Trey alluded to, we don't have to go here, here, here. So it's allowing us to be more efficient with what we're doing and able to keep up with any changes in the market as far as pricing and stuff of that nature.
One of the things we've recently announced and brought out to the market is we're releasing a brand new mobile experience for superintendents out in communities all across the country to really drive a very easy to use user interface that's meant for tablets and mobile phones as well. Um, and where they don't have to go back to the office to do something. They can do it while they're sitting in their truck or they're walking through a model home. They can take pictures. What what are your thoughts on that, and how do you see that even improving the way construction sites run for HDI?
No, it's going to be amazing, honestly. So our team, our rule is every house, every room, every day. So if they're inspecting homes like they should, and they're having to go back to the office, make paperwork or do paperwork, whatever it may be, it just slows the process down. Now, they have asked me over and over and over, and I'm so glad now that you guys are implementing this, is I would love to have it on my phone because everybody has their phone now.
Yeah.
And it's very easy now is to take a picture, to upload it so the vendors can see X or whatever it may be. It will help us tremendously.
Trey, coming back to you, we're gonna go back in time. So we met in 2024.
Yep.
Right? At the International Builder Show. And I don't know if you guys intentionally stopped by our booth or if you just happened on by. But I'm curious if you go back to the early time when we were having conversations and we were really excited about you guys and you guys were kind of excited about us. What was the biggest thing from a finance perspective that tipped you over to say we've got to go Home Builder One?
From a finance perspective, it was probably still the everything in one place. It is, um, and the ability to scale. As Tracy said, we're a new company. We're just starting off. We have plans to grow, and we don't want to have to change systems in the future. We want to implement one system and stick with it for years to come. And then having all the information in one place where we can access it and know that it's correct, not have to check different systems will be a great benefit. It was actually operations that drove the decision more than finance, I'd say, because
Yeah.
accounting we can make it happen. Operations has to operate. Finance will figure out a way to get the numbers out of it that we needed. So I'd say for us, it was more of an operations decision than a
Yeah.
finance decision.
I mean, truth be known, that was the main reason I went to IBS was to find a new operation system for us.
Okay.
And our purchasing agent, Lyridon, just happened to run across something from HomebuilderONE. Don't know if he got an invitation or something. And we went straight to that booth. Yes, we talked to other software companies, but we came back and was like, no, this is the one we want. Our purchasing agent, I stopped by. David gave us a example of what the product would do, and we fell in love with it because, like you alluded to, a lot of our team came from one of the big builders, and it was almost on a platform similar to theirs, so it's a little bit easier for us to understand and operate. And that's the reason they helped us implement the system so much faster, is because we had knowledge of how it should flow and understood it.
Very cool. I love that story. You guys were not only a startup, you joined us on a journey to do something that we've never done before. And that I'm not convinced that anyone in the Microsoft Partner Channel has ever done before either. So we launched sa.go for HomebuilderONE, which is our rapid implementation, fixed price, pre-configured solution for HomebuilderONE. It's all the same features and functions, but it gives you a lot more predictability in terms of implementation, both from a timing perspective and a cost perspective. And you were brave enough to say yes to us. So I'm curious if you'll share, either one of you, kind of pros and cons of that model and what was appealing to that model and what maybe was it missing or lacking?
It allowed us to implement a very robust system that, as a startup, we couldn't have otherwise. We don't have thousands of hours, man hours, or money to spend on implementation process. So with the sa.go implementation process, we were able to get a system, be trained on it. It was configured well, all in a very short period of time, which worked well for us.
No, it was time consuming, but we understood that we had to make the sacrifice in order to get what we want: a short-term pain, long-term gain.
Yeah.
So yes, there was some, bumps in the road, but all in all, the team with HomebuilderONE and our guys, they meshed so well, And that's what helped us get implemented so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been here and we've had the opportunity to network and meet with other customers that are using HomebuilderONE as well. And some of them have teams even here of 5, 7, 8, 10 IT people, business analysts, and other roles. Can you share with me kind of what your team looked like from an implementation perspective in that 6-month window?
There was 3 of us every day.
Okay.
It was our operations manager, purchasing manager, and myself. Then Trey was having
On the finance
Yeah.
side, there was one of us.
Okay. So that's interesting because it kind of shows that you don't need a massive team to have
Correct.
the powerful software that helps propel our businesses forward in home building. So I love the story and I'm grateful you guys shared it with us.
Yeah. So currently, right now, we're around the 150 starts a year.
Okay.
With the team we have currently, with this system, we're safely can run 500 and only hire a couple back office people. The system helps us so well.
We kind of wanted to solve as many problems as we can with software rather than adding people. And so the system allows us to do that. Everything flows through, and instead of having massive amounts of people doing manual work, the system does it for us.
I appreciate the time today, guys. I just want a quick 1 sentence, 5 words or less, if you can do it. Um, if you were speaking to another builder in your position, startup builder building 200, 300, 400, 500 homes, what's the one piece of advice that you would give them based on where you are now?
Don't waste your time on a lesser system.
Okay.
I've already used it once, but it's short term, paying for long term gain.
Short-term pain, long-term gain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. Well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to join us.
We appreciate
you
y'all's
all.
partnership.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate it.